Hello, world. Welcome back. That's all I remember from that, but happy to be here.
Happy to be here. No, so I had to unplug my Alexa. Let's just start right there
Yeah, it's
because she gave me attitude this week. So, excuse me. I was getting ready in the morning. I look, it's like it says 7:44. I left to get coffee, come back. It still says 7:44. I had like done stuff. I'm like, did I just think I saw 7:44 earlier or like is it like what's happening? And so I asked, I'm like, Alexa, what time is it? And it says like 8 something, 8:30. I'm like, okay, so why are you showing 7:44? And she goes, I'm not showing 7:44. I just told you it's 8:30. And I said, you are
excuse
showing
me.
7:44 and it's like rotating like it's listening about to say something and I'm like, I'm going to unplug you. I'm going to reboot you. And so I unplugged her and whatever. And I didn't like wait to hear what her response was going to be to that, but I was like, "Excuse me, no, you're not. You are showing 7:40. I am looking at it. Do you have eyes?"
No, it doesn't have eyes. And literally, this is the plot of iRobot. You better be nicer to your Alexa.
No, I am nice to her. This was the first I say thank you every time. She's like, "You're welcome. Stay dry out there." Or like, "Stay warm out there," or whatever it is. Cuz now they updated her voice and I don't really like love the new voice to be honest. I like my more robotic one before. It's too real now.
It's too real. I asked ChatGPT, give me an image of how I treat you. LOL.
Mine was so
LOL.
cute.
Mine was not cute. Mine was me as an
Stressed?
executive. Mine was me as an executive, like at a desk, feet crossed, purse, money on the desk. Alexa, I mean, not Alexa, AI under me as a little box robot shuffling through papers, and it described itself as like me being a mogul and like a, I don't know, a business owner or whatever, and using my AI to like run the show. And I was like, my only response was, first of all, I'm black because it depicted a white woman, and then hit apologized.
Did it update it?
Not the picture, but it said, I know you're black because I know your background as a Haitian American woman. It like explained itself. And I was like, is this like really how you feel? Like, no, I had to unpack because we all know I struggle with guilt and I was not about to have AI guilt either. Okay. And it said, like, no, I can handle the workload. Like, don't even lessen the workload for me. Like, I get it. It's just an animated whatever. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to put it on our story. So,
Mine was like a like doe-eyed, like little hearts, like
no.
it was like I feel like we're a collaborative team and da 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 da. I was like, oh, okay, that's so
No.
great. Love that.
Mine was like, you're capitalistic and I hate you. But
It's
please
like
don't
you
be
really
mad at
care
me.
about my thoughts. I was like, okay. Because I do, I'll
Okay.
say like, can you like do this for me, please? Can you
No,
like
literally
help
like
me
generate
understand
X, Y,
this?
and Z immediately.
Oh no, I
Interesting.
don't generate anything with it. I just like ask it to like review.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm not.
Or like if I really can't figure something out, I'm like, hey, can you help me? Like, do you know how to rewire this thing in Notion because I can't figure it out? And like YouTube isn't helping me.
Right. No, I'm like, do this, do that. This is my chair. I am the king of the castle. You do this, you do that. But while we're talking about this, did you ever do your astrocartography?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Because you never brought it up again.
Yeah, it actually put me in a spiral
Wait. Bianca, what did it say?
because it basically said that I will like my soulmate is in India or Eastern Australia.
Yeah, he's Scottish and he's there for work. Uh huh. Continue.
No, other way around. So then I started going into like a whole thing. There are very few places. Another place that's like a maybe kind of spot, but like way lower on the totem pole is Florida. LOL. um,
Yeah.
and some other region, like based on the lines. And I was like, okay, well, what about Scotland? And it was like, absolutely not. But I was like, okay, well, so how does this work? Because I'm not planning on like moving to either of those places. Like, then I was like, okay, well, Southeast Asia in general, maybe. And I'm like, okay, not part of my 10-20 year plan. So like, so I just not going to find anyone anywhere.
But does
And they
it
were
mean that
like,
you have to move there, or that if you happen to be there, you happen to visit, you could meet somebody and.
well, so they were basically like, it could be someone from those regions that you meet elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, now we're cooking.
Yeah, it's not so
Now
concrete.
we're cooking. Yeah. But the way it like positioned it at first, like the text, I was like, it was concrete.
Okay. Wait. I'm like, sorry, you're just
And it
telling me
was
what I
like,
want to hear.
no, it's not telling me anything. It didn't tell
Interesting.
me anything I wanted to hear. It was basically like, I forget now because it's been whatever, a week or two, but I just left it feeling really unhappy.
Did you only do love?
No, I did love, career, and like life fulfillment or something
Uh
like
huh.
that.
Did you like any of them
No,
or?
none of
Okay,
them.
great, fantastic. No, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. We don't have to talk about it. Like, it's fine. Last time we chatted, I
Mm.
was going to Tulum. And I think the only thing I'm going to say about that is when Miami is your backyard, nah, travel it. I'm a brat. I'm a brat. I went to Tulum and I was like, I'm at the same restaurants that I would go to in Miami. I'm eating the exact same things, except somehow less flavorful on the strip of Tulum. Okay. Um, Same drink prices, if not worse. Ocean, very similar. Vibes, very similar. I had the best time in Tulum when I stayed in the little town, not going to the strip, not going downtown. So if anyone is ever thinking about going to Tulum and you are from Miami, think twice. Playa del Carmen, I'm dying to go. Puerto Vallarta, I hate
Puerto
how I say
Vallarta
that.
is really
Puerto
nice.
Vallarta, dying to go.
Well, not
Tulum,
now, but yeah.
right. Ugh, right, eventually. Tulum, I left with memories. I left with trauma. I will not be going back.
I felt the same way about Tulum, honestly, and it's great. It's great. It's great to hear that someone else agrees because a lot of people don't agree. They're like, "Oh my God, Tulum, amazing, whatever." But I felt the same way. I felt like all the places were the same as like in even in New York, there's the same
Yes.
restaurants.
Yes.
Everyone does the like wicker rattan vibe. And I get that it's something that it was probably being done there before it came to the States. But like, I don't know, it's just very copy paste. The restaurants are the
Mm-hmm.
same. To your point, they're like just as expensive as, if not more expensive than the States.
Yeah.
And with the same names, like
Yep.
Bagatelle,
Bagatelle.
please.
Please. Please. First of all,
Please.
well, we went in low season, which I kind of enjoyed. It wasn't super crowded. It wasn't touristy. I did feel like, okay, I have like a slice of a lot of this to myself. Place was empty. Literally empty. We were the only table. I think one more table was there. And I was just like, some of the things I ate literally made me nauseous. I felt sick. And then when I would eat in town,
Interesting.
drink in town, normal. Felt great. And the food
Weird.
was better. Anyway. Um
Yeah, I hear you. I would not probably be going back to Tulum. Though you did miss out by not doing like the cenotes and like
I
the
did one.
ruins. Oh, okay, okay,
I did
okay.
one and that was my favorite day. It was so much fun, but okay. Um I'm not someone who's like that fearful. I'm adventurous mostly. I'll take risks, I'll try new things. I I jumped into the cenote and I couldn't not think of a megalodon. I've
A
seen
what?
have you seen Jurassic Park or like
Okay,
Aquaman?
okay. I thought we were
Um
going down this, but okay.
I couldn't think that there was not a mega. a mega shark or something insane under
I
me
need to look
today.
up what these look like.
Bianca, swimming in a cave is not chill.
Well, yeah.
I was like, oh, this is going to be such a cute experience, so fun, so gorgeous.
So you were
Yeah,
thinking like Jaws.
literally, but okay, but like not even a shark necessarily, just like a crazy underwater animal that we don't even know about because we have only explored just a certain amount of the ocean, and
Well,
it
yeah.
lives in that cenote, okay, and it was looking at my little
And
feet, and
it
it was
lives in
okay,
that
that
cenote.
one specifically, I was like, can I see the ground somehow? Yeah. I don't believe that this is the ground. I believe that I am seeing a spot on an animal. And I like was whispering. I was like, so everyone is just here floating with your little feet, feeling comfortable?
Well, that's just why I don't like open water in general. Did I tell you what happened in Portugal?
In open water? I don't think
In
so.
open
No,
water?
I'm like sweating.
Well, spoiler, nothing happened, but
But it could have.
back backstory, I don't like sharks.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't really like big animals in
Right,
general.
right.
I understand my place in the food chain and
A
hierarchy of
hundred
the animal
percent.
kingdom. Okay, I
Right,
understand.
right.
Long time ago, went to Hawaii. A, I know, I'm like blessed, yes.
Chic.
Snorkeling in the middle of nowhere. I see at the bottom little fish, right? Not that little. I was like, is that a shark? The guy goes, yeah. Hauling ass back to the boat. They're like, it's like 800 feet down there. I'm like, okay, if it's 800 feet down and I still see it, no, no. Everyone's laughing at me, ha ha ha. No, I'm not playing these games.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we're in Portugal last year. We're like in the middle of the water. Everyone's jumping off into the water. It's like dusk. We all know this is feeding time for
And if you didn't, you know now. Okay.
okay, you know? So everyone's jumping off. I'm the last one. It's freezing also. It's freezing out and freezing water. So I was like, do I really need to do this? And then have to take the boat back,
Right.
whatever. I got peer pressured, which, like, fine. It was like a very easily pressured thing. Jumped
Yeah.
in. I'm in. The second I jump in, the guy's like, all right, we got to go. I'm like, cool. Been in here for 30 seconds. Everyone's just kind of paddling, treading water there. And the guy goes, shark. I freak out. I was like, no, no. And he's like, no, shark. He like doubled down on it. And he was lying. He was just like joking to like get us to the boat, I guess. Or like, I don't really know. But I was like, that's not a joke.
That is equivalent to bomb in airport. What's wrong with you?
That's like yelling fire in a theater.
Yeah.
I'm like sweating thinking about it.
Yeah. I jumped when you said
I
shark.
was so
I'm
pissed.
here in my bedroom.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
And everyone thought it was, or I don't know about everyone, but the guide for sure thought it was like a ha ha he he moment. I don't know why they do that. Because now, if something really was there,
I'm not going to believe you.
I'm not going to believe you.
The Boy Who Cried Wolf is a real story for a reason.
So that pissed me off.
You could sue. Just saying.
For emotional damage, stress.
It's affected
Yeah,
the way
so
that I
all of
trust
that
in
to
life.
say, I don't. I hear you on the sharks and the
Yeah.
coming back to the cenote.
You know what I mean? I saw families of bats. I said, vampires literally convene here. And I'm just swimming. It was scary. But I will say, to your point, like listening to the story, I'm like, I have jumped in deep bodies of water off of like waterfalls before and never thought about what was under me. And as a grown adult who understands consequences, who knows more about the world, who understands science, like I'm not making those same decisions.
Yeah, the things that I've done, I don't know I would do again. What was your, or who was your first celeb crush in a movie?
I feel like it's going to be like a cartoon. Like the first
Okay.
one that's coming to mind is Hercules.
Okay.
You know?
Sure. But like that's not like a really like
Hmm.
obsession crush. Cause like yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not a movie, but chokehold for a long time. I don't know if you remember this group. They were called. Shoot. They were a boy band, and I had like my first like dream. You know what I mean? About this boy band, and I think I was like 7. They. It's Marcus Houston was the lead singer,
Hmm.
and they did an episode of Sister Sister.
Okay.
And I was like, I've never in my life seen such gorgeous men. And like one of the men was named Batman, I think. And I was like, no, they're so hot.
I
I
know
was obsessed.
exactly.
Yeah, what's the name of the band?
IMX. It
Yes.
says IMX. I don't
Yeah.
remember that, but I remember him.
Well, Marcus Houston went on to be like a solo artist and toured with B2K and did that whole thing. And he was an actor.
Oh, right.
He was an
Yeah, but I
actor. I
know
think
him
he
as
was
a
on.
musician.
Hmm. But this was when he was a kid. And I was
Hmm.
like, so not only do I have a chance, they're gonna be performing at a mall one day. I'm gonna go to that mall. They're gonna see me. They're gonna stop everything. They're gonna invite me on tour. My mom's gonna be like, "This is good for your career." I'm gonna go on the tour. We're
Right.
gonna get married. Stars.
No,
Whatever.
because
So I was
literally.
obsessed. I was
Yeah.
obsessed with them for a while, and then by 9, 10, Lil Fizz from B2K, he was everything to me.
So music.
Music,
I asked
actors.
about movie
I know.
though.
I didn't have one. I don't think I had one.
You never
I'm
had
like,
a. It doesn't. Yeah, fine. You've never had a
um,
crush on an actor?
yeah. We were watching Disney Channel movies at the time. I'm thinking, like, who?
Yeah. For me, so at first I thought there's like a two part. There's like the first that I'm just like, I could think of being like, oh my God, he's so cute, which was in Hocus Pocus, the brother.
Max. Max
And
was, it's the backwards hat.
no, it's something about the hair. We were actually talking about it at work yesterday
He had
that
fantastic hair. Hmm.
the hair of like the late 90s, early 2000s, where all the guys had like the long hair that like just
Hmm.
flowed.
Hmm.
It was a moment. It like really did well. But my like true crush where I was like, oh my God, became like obsessed with everything this person did was Jake Gyllenhaal in October Sky,
Wow. Okay.
which so tracks for me because very nerdy movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
He like I think it's like a based on a true story thing, if I'm not mistaken, about like building rockets or something. It's like
Okay.
it's nerdy.
Okay.
And then immediately went down like a rabbit hole of his movies at the time, and it was like Donnie Darko, which also very up my alley.
Love Donna Darko.
Um
How old were
so
you when you
yeah,
watched that?
in like probably 6th, 7th grade.
I didn't watch it till I was in my 20s. I did not watch Jake Gyllenhaal anything till I was in my
We
20s.
watched October Sky in school.
Mm.
It was like in a class. And I was like, obsessed, you're my future husband.
Interesting. Yeah, for actors, I really don't remember having anyone or movies that I was obsessed with till I was older. It was mostly musicians, boy bands, rappers.
No. No. I mean, I liked boy bands. Like, I was a big NSYNC, 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Okay, my question for you today was a bit more serious.
Oh,
It's more of a discussion. It
okay. Let's discuss.
was about life as a brand. It was about,
Hmm.
yeah, what was it? There a Substack this week? Last week that you were talking about? Or a creator that posted a TikTok? I don't remember how the conversation started where I think it was Danya Taylor, where basically, and I've been feeling like this and we've talked about it offline, the if you are not trying to become an influencer and you're using your social media to just show your life as it was intended, the fatigue in trying to still be aesthetic, branded, put together, concise, whatever it is, I have been struggling with that recently and paying more attention to how everyone's using their social media. And oh, yeah, it was the Substack conversation. I'm like, okay, the Instagram, TikTok, whatever you use is one part of it. Now, everyone or people transitioning over to Substack and being like, and here are also all of my thoughts that are so important. I'm, I'm imploding. I am imploding. And I'm like, makes me question what I'm doing, whether I should also be more aware of my thoughts and then putting them in a concise way and then sharing them. Like, am I not utilizing my social media? Because I'm not trying to be an influencer, but I also have a career, that I'm actively trying to launch. And your social media is almost an extension of your resume at this point.
It is, yeah.
It absolutely is. I don't use LinkedIn. I should, but if you're in a creative field, your Instagram is part of your viv, whatever it's called. So the pressure to present in a very specific way when it was supposed to be fun. And now I'm understanding Finsta's, but that is multiple accounts. I'm exhausted. And I would love your
The
thoughts as to
internal yell that your face just made in silence, but like I heard the scream inside
no.
you.
Bianca, I want to scream because me myself, I'm constantly in a state of reflection. Add on social media when I'm trying to exist as a very specific person and show up in every other way. This was not the plan originally.
Yeah, I've actually been getting a lot of content about how being just like creative and wanting to showcase art and like have like part of being an artist, say, is the like learning process. But with the way social media works now, it's like you can't really even be like being creating everything you're doing is content, which is like not a thing. Like that's the way it is now, is that
But
anything you're doing is content. But like what about just art for the sake of art? Like why is it that you have to pick one thing that you keep doing rather than like, okay, today I want to journal. Today, like who cares
mm-hmm.
really? But the way people show up and consume and expect you to do the same is this like hyper curated, very much like I'm an artist and this is the art I do and this is the only art I'm going to do, or like that's like not realistic to like most artists. It's
Mm-hmm.
there is a bit of that like I don't want to say like ADHD-ness of it, but you can just be trying new things and doing new
Right.
things and like you don't really get that grace anymore to just share.
But like even outside of being an artist, it feels like living is branding.
Well, I say artist just because I think of that's like the content I've been getting about it, but it applies to anything that isn't just
Yeah.
the one brand. Like I I am friends with people on social media that are just living, like they just post their life. They don't care about a follower growth or like any of that. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are not like if you are in any sort of career that is on the more creative side that isn't just like I don't know
Accounting.
finance or something
Right.
exactly, you do need to have something that shows like your
Your work.
personality and
Yeah.
your work or like your personality or like you doing the thing you're saying to do that you do. I look for that too when I'm hiring for roles. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you're applying to be a video person. Let's see your profile. Do you actually make videos on your free time? What do they look like? How, like, who are you as a video
Yeah.
creator? And some people like don't. Then they'll have like photos on their page, and it's like, okay, so do you like photography more? Or it's like really hard to kind of
Because essentially, I'm
navigate.
remembering like in college, we would all hide our or before college, going into college, we all hide our red cups because we're thinking employers are going to look at our Instagrams or our Facebooks or whatever at the time. But it was separate because it was like, this is your private thing for your private life and your family and your friends. Yeah, we might look at it to see if you're a debaucherous person, but not to see a reflection of your life, your art, your career, whatever, here also. It's blended in a way where you need to throw up your entire life on the social media if it's something that you're sharing with your peers or your industry. And if not, it should be private and completely separated.
But also when people apply to very creative social media specific roles
Of course.
and then their social media is private, it's like, okay, well, this makes it really hard for me to know, can you grow a brand? Can like beyond just taking your word for it, I need to like see it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it is kind of crazy because then yeah, you kind of do need a finsta, if you will, that is just whatever your private moments are that you want to be sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then
So
more of a
interesting.
business resume. I don't really use LinkedIn either as much as I probably should. Like, I never really write updates and stuff. I kind of just
Right.
reshare whatever my like the company I work for posts that's relevant. I'll like reshare those, but I don't really like make posts about
Mm-hmm.
enlightening things. I don't know.
Well, you know what? Maybe through this discussion, I'm finding like a compartmentalization of the whole situation for myself. I'm like, okay, I haven't logged into LinkedIn for years.
Really,
If
I
I,
log in like every day.
no, if I were to utilize it for work specifically, then that would naturally transition my Instagram in a way. And it would be like, go to my LinkedIn if you want to see this, maybe.
I
But
guess it
like, maybe
depends
that's not the
what.
world we live in. And then, uh huh.
No, I'm thinking. I guess it just depends what you're using it for.
Yeah.
Like it depends who your clients are, because if your clients are social media,
For me personally,
then it has to
yes.
be still, yeah. So then it still has to
Yes.
be
But
the
at the
things that
same
you're selling
time,
your services for. You have to have some sort of record that you know how to.
yeah, lately I've been using my past social media clients' profiles,
That works.
and I'm like, don't look at mine.
Yeah. If you could say, that's the thing too. Yeah. If you could say, like, I manage everything that is on this page, then yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need your personal one because
Yeah.
then that is the proof. But for people who are kind of selling themselves in a way, is like, I can do this because I did it for myself or like whatever, then yeah, it has to be
Mm-hmm.
shown.
I have a friend who doesn't have an Instagram. And this is a conversation that I'm going to have with her because I'm so curious about her relationship with social media. Because I liked how you said if you're selling yourself, I am without, it is consciously and also not. There are parts of me where I'm like, I'm just throwing it up on the internet. And then there's other parts of me where I'm like, this is extremely curated. This is what I do. This is how you should perceive me. This is how you should respect me. This is the role that I'm in, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm so curious about that, like not having the need to do that in any way, and
Do you have? Sorry, go ahead.
how light that might feel, or if she feels disconnected. I'm gonna ask her about it. I'm very curious because parts of me, I'm like, you're so cool that you don't feel the need to open up that phone and click that app and stalk other people and see what's going on and show them what's going on with you and make sure that you're relevant and the whole thing. You're just completely free from it. Or are you like, I would like to, but I can't even imagine starting now?
Do you use Brick? The
Yeah.
brick that like forces you to not use
Oh,
certain apps
no.
or your phone.
No, what's that?
It's like, I don't really know because I don't have it, but I know a lot of people that use it and love it, and it basically makes it difficult for you to then go onto certain apps, I guess. I don't really know exactly how it works, but it's like a lock type of situation that makes it more effort for you to be able to get into whatever app it is to kind of stop you from using that app. I'd have to like look into like exactly how it does it, but whatever. I have a friend who actually I noticed a lot of people have deactivated their accounts because it'll show you on like your followers who's deactivated.
Okay. I
It
didn't know
there
that. I
is.
can
There's
see
like
that.
40 people deactivated. Like, do you want to unfollow all of them?
Okay.
I just like leave them there. But a lot of people that I was like surprised to see there had deactivated. She actually deleted her entire Instagram and she was like a book influencer. Um and has loved it. She was like, I don't even miss it anymore. I get the news like when I want to, I just go to like the actual sources. It just started becoming so heavy. Like every day, I was just inundated with all this information, and I just was like not mentally well. And she's like, and with first I had Brick, and I realized like I didn't even really want to be on it, and it made it difficult for me. So then I was like, oh, I might as well just delete it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in like October. And she, every day, it's like easier for
But you're
her to like
reminding me,
not
I
be
went
on it.
years without an Instagram, Bianca. I went
Yeah.
years without being online. And I just remembered that.
I mean, all of us.
Yeah. But at the same time, I wasn't as social. I was just like going to work, going home every day, playing house. And I
Okay, well, yeah,
think
those are different situations.
completely different. I wasn't building a community. I wasn't building a network at all. I was just
You can
not
still
doing
build a
anything.
network, not on social.
But you get
But
what I'm
what was,
saying. I wasn't doing anything.
I actually, you mentioned Substack, and I thought you were going to talk about the performative thing that we had discussed with
Remind me.
people on Substack. The Yeah, that like a lot of people. What was it
Okay.
exactly?
The performative and intellect of it all. Like, okay, so this is just my personal thoughts.
The performative
This is
intellectualism.
my personal thought because, baby girl, okay, anyone, sorry. The people that I'm seeing who are popping up with the Substacks in my own world, if I sat across from you for the past couple years and you never uttered a thought, you didn't engage, you had no opinions, short, all of a sudden, you, this could just be me being close minded and mean, whatever it is, but all of a sudden, everyone has intellectual, scientifically backed research
Not
thoughts.
scientifically backed.
Well, that's how we're acting about whatever under the sun. And I have to also care about, well, we have to care about that as well. We have to care about that as well. So on top, no, I'm internally screaming. I'm
Yeah,
screaming inside. I'm screaming. I don't have words
you're like short
because
circuiting.
I'm short circuiting because I'm just like another platform for more thoughts and opinions. We can just talk to each other.
Meanwhile, today after this, I'm fully
You have a
writing
subset
myself.
coming out. And obviously, I'm talking about everyone but you because you're actually a writer.
No,
and
but
you
but
are
I
an
also am not.
intellect and you're
I'm not.
Sagittarius.
I'm not doing any of that. I'm literally like, so this is why I spiraled this week, and can someone please figure this out for me?
A personal
Also, here are the things that
journal.
I liked.
A personal
It's literally
newsletter.
just a little diary. Like,
But
okay, and I watched Peaky Blinders. Like,
I
that's it.
just don't know. Maybe I'm just like, maybe this is an excuse because I just don't feel like reading. I don't know. I don't know. Just like, how much more of ourselves can we give to the internet? Should we be giving to the internet?
Should we?
Should we be investing in? And then, like, that we have to care about more numbers. How many people read my Substack this week? Free us. Free us. I'm
As we're
just
sitting
like,
here doing a podcast
that
that
I hope
would,
everyone listens to.
right, that will go onto several platforms of social media, YouTube, Instagram,
So I have
Spotify,
no
Apple,
self-awareness.
eventually TikTok,
And if you see us on
and
Substack,
possibly
mind your business. Okay?
coming soon to Substack.
I hate your Substacks, not my Substack.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But like,
Maybe
listen to
I just hate
ours.
Substack.
Yeah. No, I
Drink
hear
every time we
you.
say Substack.
Drink every time.
Yeah, and now I'm like, I miss Wendy Williams every day. And lately, I'm in the house and I'm like, raise your hand if you care.
I didn't really watch Wendy Williams. I know.
It's
But
okay.
you know
It's
me,
okay.
I don't really watch.
Right. No. Okay. You said something yesterday.
What did I
Since we're done
say?
with that topic,
Yeah.
we're done over there. You said something yesterday that clearly depicts like who we are in this life. There are two types of people. There's one type of person whose day ends at 2:30 p.m. There's one type of person whose day begins at 2:30 p.m. Your day ends at 2:30 p.m. What are you doing after? Mine is starting then. I can't wait to have my first drink at 2:30 p.m.
When I say it ends, I mean all the important things have been done.
Okay.
So all my errands run, all like my work done, anything that needs brain power ends at 2:30.
Excuse me. Okay.
After that, it's whatever I want to do. Because I have already been productive for like the 9 hours prior.
What is your relationship to sleeping in? But you're an insomniac.
Okay, yes. My relationship to sleeping in has changed over the years,
Right.
actually. We
Right.
have grown adapted. I would say, even as is, I sleep in already too much and I beat myself up about it.
When? When are you sleeping in? I talk to you often.
Yeah, no, I know, but sleeping in like 8 a.m.
Bianca?
If I sleep till 10, I wake up my whole day, I'm on the wrong side. I'm officially in a bad mood. My whole day is shot.
Have you always been someone who wakes up early?
No, no,
Okay. Okay.
no, I have not. I used to be able to sleep till like 11 or 12.
Right.
I didn't have anything to do. I was like fine, kind of vegging. I just like have changed who I am as a person as well over the
Mm-hmm.
years. And I've learned what helps me feel good and like
Yeah.
not be depressed. And so that is all of those things like waking up in the morning, getting coffee. Then I started to learn that, like, okay, I actually love when I leave the house and it is quiet outside and I feel like I'm awake before the rest of the world. I love that feeling. Where like the world is up, like the coffee shops are open and stuff. I actually don't like when I'm up at like 4 a.m. and I can't do anything because it's so early. You know, when like you're coming back from Europe or something and your
Yeah, no.
time zone.
I know that so well. Like every time I come back from Europe, I'm like, it's crazy.
Sometimes I speak and I'm like, this is not, this is just a me
Every
problem.
single time I come back from Europe, I have that exact experience. Yes.
But it actually is. It is.
Yeah.
Because of the time zones.
Yes.
Right. And that's frustrating because then you have to wait like 3 hours until
Yeah,
something
yeah.
actually opens, whatever. But I like waking up at those times, or like working out at 6 a.m. When I was like really at my best, I was waking up with energy at like 6:30 a.m., doing like going to a workout class, coming back, showering, getting ready for work, going to work, having a whole day, doing like, I like that because I
Mm-hmm.
feel good when I'm doing that.
I'm inspired by all of this because I talked to my therapist about this week and I was like, I know if I wake up earlier, like I will feel more productive in my day, and I won't beat myself up as much, and that vicious cycle won't happen where I'm like, you didn't do enough, you are not enough, blah, 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 right? And she was like, so then why don't you? And I was like, I don't want to. That was my exact reaction. And she was like, it sounds like a child.
Well, and that's where I'm struggling now is when I say I'm not waking up early enough or like I'm sleeping in too much to like 8 a.m. because then it is throwing off my day. I'm maybe not working out that day or I push it too late. And then I like the discipline aspect of my life has gone off the rails a little bit. And that's like a topic for a different moment.
We'll save that.
We'll come back to that. But yeah, and now I've realized too, I have so much to do every weekend
Mm-hmm.
that I don't really understand people who don't. Like every weekend, I have to run errands, I have to clean, I have to do laundry, I have a lot of things to do. And then, like, I actually want to make time for my hobbies
Mm-hmm.
and get ahead of the next work week. So, like, I am fully booked on a weekend in
Yeah.
just admin work for myself and my life.
I think what I call balance is actually self sabotage. And we said it. I'm sorry. Like listening to you talk, I'm like, yeah, same. And I'm just like, again, a toddler. And I'm like, well, I don't want to. And I just want to go out with my friends because I worked so hard this week and I made so many hard decisions and I'm the executive of my life and I need a break. I'm giving myself a day off. As we've talked about many times, who has to pick up the slack of that? We do. So you are avoiding the negative spiral that I literally place myself in with a slew of excuses as to why. And I'm like, I had a friend who said to me, you justify your bad behavior. Yeah, she was
Okay.
like, you don't justify much, but your bad behavior.
Well, who
You,
else is going to justify it if not you?
because, okay, my birth chart, I will say, literally says I'm either like a mogul or a full rock star wife. I live in the middle of both. I genuinely have a hard time picking on a day. If I want to go to a dive bar and just like kick shit and be a frat boy, because let me tell you, bubbling under the surface all the time. Or if I just like want to be disciplined and choose, it's a decision, it's a choice every day. It's not that hard. I'm like, not like, should I drink a PBR at 8 a.m.? Like, no, this is not where, like, please. But I think you get what I'm saying, where it's like, again, Miami's in my backyard. If I want to fuck right off and have the best time ever for a weekend, I can. And I have to be a disciplined human being choosing not to. It's very college.
But I actually don't disagree with you on the balance element because neither is like great. Like I don't love sometimes the way I like it has gotten worse in how my brain sticks to that. Like to the point of being a bit hermit like where I'm not going out as much or like I'm so in that I know I'm not going to feel like it gives me anxiety.
Yes.
Yesterday, dinner, I had like a birthday dinner at like 9 p.m. Already was spiraling 9 p.m. on a Friday. That is so late. Dinner didn't finish until like 12:30. Dinner. No. As someone who eats at like 5, 6 p.m., that was crazy for me, but regardless. Um I'm getting ready because I had a whole work day. I'm getting ready. My place is a disaster. Nothing fits, not just on me, but nothing fits in my space because I'm in a studio. So the second I start taking stuff out, I was doing laundry. My place is a disaster, just getting ready. And I had a little bit of an internal anxiety attack over the fact that I'm going to come home to this mess
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to have to go to sleep with this mess and wake up with this mess. And I'm starting tomorrow with this mess.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, like, my heart is actually pounding right now repeating this.
Bianca, I had the exact same experience last night. Exact same. I was like, I could stay home and clean my room that is a reflection of my supposed seasonal depression according to my therapist, and wake up today and feel like I had a head start on whatever I had to do, and I'm waking up in a clean environment. But then I was like, I've had the hardest week. It would be so nice to just live, laugh, love for a couple hours with some
Not the live,
libations
laugh,
and some.
love.
You need to eat, pray, love sometimes.
Love and eat, pray, love.
Okay, and I ate. And I played, I went to a wholesome game night last night. But around 11 something, I was like, I think I gotta go. I was there for 2 hours and I dipped. And I was like, I'm gonna feel better if I get a full night's rest, give myself time to do the things that I need to do, XYZ. But yeah, it's made me feel like it's a whole new identity, or I'm teetering between two identities at times. And you can make a decision, and then I'm like, am I supposed to even think about myself this much? Like, this is so insane. It's debilitating. It's exhausting.
Well, yeah. And that's what because I'm like, so many thoughts.
Right.
I still have the mess. I thought I would wake up
Same.
early today to fix it, but then it was like 1 a.m. and I'm like, okay, but now I'm full and going to bed. Another thing I hate doing because I'm going to feel awful. My sleep's going to be terrible. Also, now I can't get a full 8 hours because if I get a full 8 hours, that's 10 a.m. and we have to be up and ready to go by 10. So I really have to be up by 8 and that's only like 5 hours. And No. And that's where the insomnia kicks in because then you can't fall asleep because my head is spiraling. And it was like too late for me to take magnesium.
This is why I like gummies. Thank God for THC.
I read 2 memoirs that I love.
Okay.
Does This Make Me Funny? By
Why?
Zosha Mamet.
Okay.
Shoshana from
Shoshana.
Girls.
You.
Obsessed.
Right.
Yes. Honestly, listening to this, I was like, oh, okay, so off and on screen. I mean, she's not the same person at all. Like, it is very much a character, but relatable. Big fan. And she does the audiobook so well.
Ooh, I would love to listen to that.
Yeah, and it's like a quick listen, definitely. Especially like trigger warning, eating disorders, like imposter syndrome, all of that. I think it's really relatable to probably most women, honestly, growing up when we grew up, because it's like a similar timeline. Yeah, it was very much like, obviously I don't have the same problems as her because I am not a Nepo baby in the industry with like...
She's a Nepo baby?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me more.
I forget, but like her family like have all been in the industry for so long. She talks about it at the beginning, and I just remember thinking like, wow, this is actually crazy that like Godfather is this person is whatever. Yeah, very well connected in the industry, which also made it harder for her because people were like not wanting to give her handouts or like, you're not special because like, okay, no one said I'm special. I didn't choose to be here.
Like, just chill.
Yeah. So anyway, and just like general, men are mean to women.
Okay.
And
tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time. You're never thin enough. Yeah. So that was a good one. And then I listened to Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey.
I've only heard the best things.
It would be so up your alley.
Really? I'm downloading it right now.
Because it is like very, I don't want to say inspiring because some of it's like, oh my God, whatever. But Matthew McConaughey, he's just such a good storyteller and a great narrator that it is really interesting to listen to, I would say. I feel like if I physically read it, there'd still be some points, but I don't think it would hit as much because there was definitely a bit of it that I'm like, okay, why? What is this? This is just like so, Matthew McConaughey being Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
But yeah, him reading it was really good.
I just downloaded it. I'm so excited.
Or even like yesterday I thought of it because he keeps going like green light or red light, like things that stopped him in his career or like things that kept him going. Like, got this part, green light. and like green light, whatever. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
no work was coming in for like 2 years.
Oh, yes.
Red light, like
Dallas,
stop.
whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So, it was really interesting. And then yesterday I was running late to this dinner and I was like, I hope I just get a bunch of green lights. And I'm like, oh, cute. Um,
Right into that subconscious, he
those
is.
were two good ones. And then I thought I was like on a memoir kick and I tried to read another one, but I didn't like it.
Hmm. I bought a biography of Eartha Kitt written by her daughter.
Mm,
Really
okay.
excited to read that because she's just such a powerful woman. I'm like, right now I need to get into some rewiring, change what I'm listening to, what I'm letting in, and I would love to be listening to empowering stories of people that I know so personally, like Matthew McConaughey, personal close friend. That I respect their careers and I respect what they've done, and I can learn a little bit more about their trials and tribulations, their adversities, whatever it is. Because I think also a lot of what we talked about today, living in here a lot in the head, spiraling in there a lot, and there's a whole world out here that could debunk so much that I'm telling myself, so much of my inner beliefs. And so it's important to expose myself to all of that. And yeah.
Yeah, I would say too, honestly, I kind of liked how I read them in the sense of reading the Zosha one first and then Matthew's,
Mm,
my friend Matthew.
right.
Um, because Zosha's was very relatable and was like, oh, okay, I'm quite literally not the only person who spirals about all of these things and has been spiraling her whole life on all of these things. So it was kind of refreshing to be like, even people who are, to my standards, successful think they're not successful because XYZ and whatever.
Right.
Um, and it kind of it made it seem like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like it's not just me who's having a bad day. It's like
And this is why
quite
they don't
literally
want women
everyone.
speaking. This is why they don't want us talking to each other. You see? Because we relate and we're all going through the same things. And imagine how powerful we would be if we
Yeah,
only
so it
would
made
stick
me feel I was
together.
like, oh, okay. Also, I've had these situations with like doctors who are like, you're literally crazy. Even like women doctors sometimes that have been like, it's in your head. And I'm like, it's not in my head. And she does that. And then like 3 years of all this testing. And then she goes to one doctor who like knows exactly what the issue is immediately and starts fixing the problem after like years of testing of doctors telling her it's in her head. It's just stress. When she like, I know my body.
Right.
So I like listening to that first to be like, okay, you're not crazy. It's fine. There is like a light at the end of the tunnel. And then listening to Matthew McConaughey's of how he like created opportunities for himself and also just like was a bit of the chosen child in the industry, honestly, is what it was
Yeah.
giving.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I really didn't struggle the way other actors struggle at first. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I wasn't even on this. I was just
Like, have you
asked
heard
to
all
be a
right, all right, all
part. And
right? Like, hello,
that
I'm a
was the first thing he
star.
like ever
Yeah,
said.
I
Yeah.
know. I
I was
know.
like,
I know
okay,
a bit of his story.
must be nice.
His pretty
But it was
privilege has
still,
taken him very far.
it is very much, I was like, okay, yeah, it's pretty privileged. Cool. But it was still like, there are nuggets in
Mm-hmm.
there. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I like this cadence. And now
I don't mind listening to Matthew McConaughey for 6 hours. I will do that.
it
I
was
need
such an
that.
easy listen. Yeah. He's just like has such a good cadence and rhythm to his
Yeah.
voice. Um,
Okay.
yeah, you should.
By the time we speak, I will be into that, and I will have watched Wuthering Heights, and I cannot wait to discuss with you, my
I'm
Wuthering Heights queen.
It's gonna be a lot. I've been talking about it now for like weeks
Yeah.
because the book and then the movie and then my colleagues also did that and we all went to the movies last week to watch it together and I'm so glad we all felt the same way because it would have been really hard if we didn't
Mm-hmm.
because I have
Mm-hmm.
spoken to people who are like, "Oh my god." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I'm gonna go by myself this week. I'm gonna take myself to a solo movie and on a date. I feel like I deserve that. And when I prepped it to my mom and my sister, I was like, "We should go together. Let's go cry our eyes out." They both were like, "Right." They both were like, "No." Definitely don't want to do that.
Cry your eyes out.
I don't know. The way that the trailer and the way that I've seen on my algorithm people talking about it, it's the yearning of it all and the this of it all. So I'm prepared to sob. You're telling me otherwise. Okay.
No, I mean, some people did.
And you were like, this is cheap. Say less. All right. Got it. No problem. Wait, one last question.
Soundtrack, set design, costumes, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. And with that said, oh my God, I almost ended this. You know the song or the
I knew
sounds?
exactly the sound. And with that, the
2020
whatever is season is over.
My brain is rotted. Okay, this was so fun. Yeah, bye guys. Love you. Talk to you later.